Hi, Dr. Gulani. So we just finished with surgery all day today, and as I promised you, I want to share with you my concepts, even more than the surgeries that I did. And today we take the concept of keratoconus and how I apply various techniques, technologies to bring these patients to excellent vision, and most of the time without glasses in the contacts. First thing to understand is don't panic when you have a diagnosis of keratoconus. To me, keratoconus, when I break down the definition, it's basically a high keratometry, relatively thin cornea associated with high astigmatism, most usually myopia, sometimes hyperopia, and could be associated with scar. Now, if you look at keratoconus as that definition, then remember the concept I talked about in my recent webinar about pins and strike, meaning you pull up each of the visual issues you're seeing with that particular keratoconus. Let's say the keratoconus has high keratometry of 60, high astigmatism of 7, high myopia of, let's say, 12, associated superficial scar, and all these aspects are involved in the keratoconus. Now, I also look for how is the lens in that case. Is the lens cataractous, early cataractous, or clear in a young patient? So let's keep that over here, the lens part of it, which could be cataract or no cataract. So if you now look at it, my whole mind goes into the pins I'm picking up before I go for a strike. I don't even worry about how advanced or what's the stage. The staging and all just doesn't matter. It's esoteric, absolute nonsense as far as you as a surgeon is concerned. It's great for teaching. Doesn't translate to the real world because I have numerous patients with, as I've shown you in the webinar, even up to 25, 30 diopter astigmatism, cornea completely scarred down to 100 micron. They can still be brought to excellent vision without glasses. So don't let that panic or cause any panic in you. So one of the patients we did today had early cataracts right here, all right, keratoconus, about 60 plus years old, very high hyperopia, that's my first pin, very high astigmatism, second pin, and then of course presbyopic by this age, third pin, no scar and cataract. I went over here to get everything with the toric lens implant, sutureless, just finished the surgery, it takes a few minutes. Technique wise, what I like to do is always keep your rexus small, around 5 or less than 5 millimeters. Because toric lenses, I've never had to rotate a single one in 2 decades. You want it fixed during surgery to stay that way. Alright, second, you also want the rexus to be large enough in case you need to flip the entire cataract into your anterior chamber, which is deep enough so you do the surgery quickly, efficiently, and most of these cataracts are soft when they present. Now, let's take another case which has a clear lens, but the cornea has scars. Very irregular, you just can't measure them. Let's say the keratometry is 70, there is the no scar, the astigmatism you just cannot measure, but it's somewhere in the range of 30 or something crazy. I would first want to put a ring in the cornea, 1 or 2 segments, to make sense out of the cornea, bring the keratometry down, make the cornea more regular, and then measure that cornea, and then see what's the refractive error. Is it left with high myopia? Then you put an ICL in the eye. Is it left with residual astigmatism? You can do laser on that cornea. Not LASIK, laser, surface laser technique. Cross-linking has only 2 particular indications as far as I'm concerned and what I teach you. 1, a changing keratoconus or cornea. And second, after you fix their vision, meaning you make the cornea perfect, do the cross-linking to permanentize that procedure. Do not cross-link every keratoconus because otherwise you are bending that patient for life and making them abnormal and maimed for life. Do not do that indiscriminately. So always correct the vision. Now, let's take other case scenarios where the cornea is a keratoconus, patient is over 35 or 40 years of age, and what do? I always refract the patient, as you know. Once I can get the refraction, it's very easy, straight to vision. If you cannot refract it when I do intermediate stages, never a need for transplant, absolutely never in keratoconus, it doesn't matter. So if there's a case where, let's say the patient is 35 years old and the refraction is -1, -4, that's cylinder, that's a great case for your laser. As long as the cornea is just over 400 micron and more importantly stable over the last 3 years, that's how you correct that patient in 2020. Again, remember cross-linking is always there in your back pocket. I've never had to do it in 20 years of fixing K-cones like this. I use cross-linking in only those 2 scenarios I mentioned here. Now let's take the same patient and give them an anterior scar along with the myopia and high astigmatism. The same laser technique will remove the scar in a central corneoplasty concept to 2020 again. Now let's go a little deeper. Make the cornea thinner. Let's make it 300 microns and the myopia is -8, let's say, stigmatism -2. Now I would put an ICL in this patient. So I got the -8 and toric ICL remaining portion here, -2. And if I have residual astigmatism, I can do laser because astigmatism removes the least amount of tissue. See how it all makes sense? Now let's take this into patients say, oh my God, I saw a deadly case, very difficult. There is no such thing as difficult. Let's give the cornea a value of 80 keratometry. In my webinar, I showed you all a cornea with 89 keratometry. Let's give it astigmatism, let's call it 28 astigmatism, all right? And now, obviously this patient will not be refractable. So you want to make sense out of it. So I would put a ring, a single ring, get the astigmatism down, decrease the irregularity and increase the measurability. Let's say this patient now has cataract. Attack the cataract like normal, go in with a toric lens, it works. Do not think something doesn't work just because you've not done it. And do not rely on these PowerPoint surgeons who predict and prophesy all the time. They have not done these surgeries. So I want you to understand these concepts and take your cone patients to 20/20 vision without glasses. Of course, your contact lenses and glasses are very important adjuncts if you cannot reach that surgically, but not to perform surgery and put them in a contact lens is like taking somebody with a fracture, putting them in a crutch without fixing the bone. So please don't do that. So keratoconus at all levels can be corrected if you break down the definition into keratoconus is very simple. It's a relatively thin cornea with high keratometry and high astigmatism. Mostly with myopia, sometimes hyperopia, and could have an associated scar. See how simple it becomes? Now it helps me pick up my pins, as I call. All my refractive errors and problems I pick up with a pin, then you bowl and you make a strike to all the pins, don't leave anything on the table. So guys, think outside the cone.